Every failure I've had was the best teacher I never asked for, but it changed everything. Hey, my name is Ruth Marquise, and I'm changing my life. I'm about to get married next week, and this is my second time around. And I am trying to start fresh, change my life. Let me tell y'all real quick before we get into it. Part of how the challenge is going, I cleaned my room. It was getting, a little bit of spicy in there. I cleaned the downstairs. I mean, when you look at my schedule and my commitments, you be like, I don't know how she makes the time, but I got it done. And I'm proud of myself for that. And me and my baby, we got to talk about some deep financial conversations and moving forward. And despite drama, it's like we're not focused on drama anymore. We're just moving forward and looking forward towards life after the wedding. So we're building for that now, and so I am so excited about that. So the failure part, man, I am just moving along and taking everything with a grain of salt, and knowing that I'm gonna do it wrong first and then I'm gonna do it right. So even if some of the videos like can't hear too good, like I have my microphone thingy, and I don't know what happened, like all the times I was using it, now I have to buy a new one. I can't find another piece. So I would love my audio quality to be perfect and my video to be perfect, and I would love to use the best camera I have, but this is what works. I gotta look at myself and talk. So this is how we're gonna do it for now until I get a little more comfortable. All right, so my journey as a mother of 4, okay? As a mom, I never was like, I want to be a single mom. But when I was married, I remember people like, but you got a husband, you're not doing it by yourself like us. And I was like, they made me want to be a single mom. I was like, how do y'all make me want to be a single mom? Because they get all the credit. They get all like, look at her, she's a single mom, wave your flag. And I'm like, whatever, it's not working out. But so I was kind of looking a little bit forward to it, to like the things I said in the last video of when you are coming out of a divorce and you get to like dictate what goes on in your house now. And I was loving that. I got to the point full circle where now I don't want to just dictate everything. I want to help. So whatever he say is, that's what we gonna do. Like, whatever we agree upon, I should say, that's what we gonna do. So yeah. So I just felt like I was not doing the best as a single mom at some point, and like I was really trying, and I felt so bad because we had to move, and like some crazy things happened in the midst of me. Like when I say I'm trying, like I'm probably I'm probably tired, like not just this 2 years, like this decade. I'm probably tired from the decade, because even when I'm home, I'm always working. That's the hardest part about working from home. So it's been times I've felt like inadequate and not enough for them. They don't have the nicest outfits and they don't have whatever. And so one day we talked, and I was like, well, I can't, buy y'all the nicest clothes. I can encourage, for other family members to help, but I can't like pay, like you want me to pay this and I'm not paying that. Like that, I don't pay for that for myself, so I'm not doing that. But it's putting you at a deficit. And my daughters was like, no mom, if you do our hair, then we don't care about none of that. We'll make it work with what we have. And that surely what it was. I braided their hair. I didn't have a job at the time. I kept braiding and braiding their hair. Their hair was looking nicer and nicer, to the point they just, there's a level now, like you have to, they used to the good stuff. So now they're learning how to do it by themselves, because I refuse to do it now. I'm like, girl, I don't have the time. So I'm proud of them for doing that. So yeah, I mean, it's just been, um, it's been a challenge, but it's been so worth it. It's been so amazing. Like the kids love me. I love them so much. So I was resilient for them. Like I remember being 8-9 months pregnant and driving and doing Uber back in the day when the man was a baby in my belly, and feeling every pothole. And it was so painful, but I wanted to do it, and I did all of that. And I'm like the whole year, I'm sorry, stressing out the whole year, having the baby, I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna be able to work. I don't have anybody to support me. And what's gonna happen to my kids if I don't pay my bills? You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna be out, we don't have nowhere to go. And then I was like, I was trying so hard the whole time, the whole pregnancy, and God kept telling me not to worry. And I was like, but I have to. And the last second, I had a deal, and I made a good amount of money. It took care of everything. I had a C-section, and the doctor was like, ma'am, you have to come on. I was like, hold on, let me make sure that we go into settlement first, and boom, now we're ready for the C-section. I was like, y'all gonna wait. Y'all made me wait. Now y'all gonna wait a couple minutes so I can make sure she signed the paperwork, get my check so I can take care of my children. This all for my children. Yes. So it's been so many times where God came through, and I just had to be resilient. Like, that's one way I was described as resilient. Like, there was a mode, like in this wedding mode, like I was just like about to go back to that place where it's like, there's just me, let's go, and I was just like, I don't have to do that anymore, like I don't have to feel like I'm alone. I have no support. I do have more support now. I have more help now. So yeah, it's not that identity has to be shed and have to move forward from that. Failure in my business, oh failure in my business, I've had some times where I had to redo everything. Like, I stopped doing certain things and it stopped bringing business, and I had to find another way. So I always have a stop and start, go type of thing with my business. And I remember my very first year back into real estate, because I took a break. I did a 1 year and then I took a break. And I didn't know anything though. Like, I was still fresh. And I started listening to the trainings and everything like that. I was so gung-ho. I was so, like, sometimes when you knew, like, you think when you're older, you just in the game, you wish you had that fire that you had in the beginning. And man, I had 8 listings and I sold none of them. None of them. They didn't teach you how to sell them. I mean, I think what was missing in that training was they didn't teach me how to price them. They told me how to get them, but they didn't teach me how to price them, because I overpriced all of them. And I didn't have the way to maneuver out of them. So I went 2 years before I made my first check, because I had so many false starts. But after that first, it was like December, I got a check. And then that March, I had like 5 deals in that 1 month. But I pushed though. I was like, who's going to be in this spot? Who's going to be in that spot? Who's going to be like, I was pushing to put the deals in, and I got it done. I was so proud of myself. And it shaped my future success, because it let me know that I could sell real estate. Like, I had a hard time. I had to ask people, hey, what's your check look like? Because my people I was cool with, like, tell me, like, is it real? Like, just show me a check or something so I can motivate myself. And then I went to that, to like trying to believe that I could sell one house, to living off of real estate and like raising my kids, and losing my mom, and being able to be there for my family and myself. And like, I think at that time, real estate allowed me to be there for myself and heal, and so I'm so grateful that happened. I'm not a crybaby all the time, but just certain things, man, it's just hard. And that's why I know that this challenge is going to be well, because I'm watching somebody else do a challenge, and I'm just like, well, it's just talking her video. And I'm like, when she's talking, I'm like literally in tears, because I so can relate. So if you can ever relate to losing a parent, or trying to take care of your kids and giving them the best, like, I talked to my kids, I said, listen, I am not going to buy you the latest nothing. Like, just don't even think about it. You got an iPhone, got an iPad. I'm not buying the latest nothing. Entertain yourself. I am trying to build us a future and a legacy, and you're going to have to be patient, because when you become an adult, it's hard. It's going to be harder for them than hard than it is for us, and it's harder for us than it is for the generation before us. So it just keeps getting harder, and I'm trying to plan for a harder, not for now. So everything that I'm doing, it feels like a slow motion, but it really is a big building block, and that is what I'm proud of. I am proud that even like even with my relationship, I struggled to, like, I love the wrong people, and then I had to learn how to open my heart to the right person and not compare the relationships, and just accept it for what it is and what it was and what it will be, and come out of the other side. I did not think I was going to get remarried at one point, because I was like, it's getting late in the game. But I had faith and I believed, and I started the Ruth and Relationship show, and that pushed me over the edge, and it gave me the education that I needed, and it helped me to make better decisions about what I will accept and what I won't accept. And then it just helped me to make sure I knew who that was in front of me. There was always going to be somebody in front of you, but you got to know if this person's going to be your future or not, and that you have to educate yourself on. So I am so grateful to find love again, and so thankful, because I was really like, ooh, I don't know. And then failure built me. Failure built me by helping me learn how to adapt, how to grow, how to push forward, making me stronger in every single role. Stronger as a mother, stronger as a wife, stronger as a friend, stronger. Okay? And I just want you to learn how to embrace your failures. Okay? I used to be so terrified of picking up the phone and calling anybody. I was shake at 18. I was shaking. I was like, I'm never going to win. For me to now deal with customers, like, they're really like, what if this, what if that, what if that? And then I'm like, no, chill, I got this, don't worry about it. I'm making it happen, and it just happened in the way I said it. And when they listen to me, it just happens the way I'm telling them it's going to happen. It's another level, and only failure can get you there. I had to switch lenders, switch credit people in my business. I had to learn from my mistakes. I had to open my eyes. I had to follow up. I had to grow. I had to be tougher as a woman. I had to learn how to be softer again so I can find love. I've had to go through it. And my poor husband, TB, is just a rock star, like, because he really have patience for me, and I don't take it out on him, but I do talk it through, and I let him know, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling triggered, I'm going through this is what happened. But as I'm saying it, like, I don't like saying it to him, but as I'm saying it, I'm like, I get to know him more, like he gets to know me more, because I know with the stuff that he went through, I got to know him on a better level and love him better. When that person wants good for you, you're going to love that person on the next level and be like, I won't do that same thing to you, I'll actually do you one better. And that's what I love about him. Like, if I do something, I don't have to be like, oh, I have to hide what good thing happened to me. He's going to come and match it or double it, and I love that about him. And so failure will teach you what you like. Failure will teach you what you cannot accept. Failure will teach you what you're missing. You will say, hey, I like X, Y, and Z. And you're like, you know what? When I got that thing, that was the dream. But something was missing. That wasn't enough passion. There wasn't a feeling there. There wasn't enough this and that. There wasn't enough attention. There wasn't enough this and that. When you finally get the things that you want and it doesn't work out, if it seemed like a success at first and then it's a failure, I'm telling you, you're still winning, because you got more information and you know when you got a winner in your hands. So I want to encourage you to embrace failing. Don't worry about how you look. Don't worry about how it's like. I literally took a big step by doubling my wedding, doubling the size of the wedding. And I said, it's going to be worth it. I'm going to walk on the water. I'm going to trust God. I was more prepared last year than I was this year, but I'm telling you, it's going to be beautiful. I don't know what God's about to do, but it's turning out, it's like all the right stuff is coming into place, and things I thought was important, that was so important, I'm like, I have no choice but to wave the white flag and see how it turn out. But at least it's happening, it's coming together, and I'm just so happy. Like I didn't plan my first wedding. I just kind of was like, But this time I did plan it. I had to go to every detail, and hey, we're paying for stuff. So I just want you to know that there is growth on the other side. If you are willing to learn, if you are willing to grow, if you are willing to fight. So that is it for this time. Failure was my greatest teacher, and I hope it will be yours as well. Don't ever quit. Just keep going. When you quit, that's when you fail. Love y'all. Have a good one.